Happy Sunday, my people. So I had a thought today about how shame has crippled so many of us from sharing the redemptive nature of our testimonies, from sharing that one thing that we've had to overcome, be it for fear of rejection, for fear of ridicule, for fear of judgment, whatever the case might be. But as salt and light of the earth, we know that we've been called to add flavor, to have influence, right? To illuminate. And so when I think about the story of the four friends who lowered the paraplegic into the presence of Jesus Christ, we know that he was subsequently healed. And then Jesus says to him, "Arise, take up your mat and walk." At that point, he had absolutely no need for the mat. The mat was something that represented his past. It was something that represented his trauma. But yet, Jesus instructs him, "Arise, take up your mat and walk." And so why is that? The truth of the matter is that every time people saw him and they pointed to him and said, "Wasn't that the guy who, isn't that the guy who," he then had an opportunity to bear witness to the power of God, to the goodness of God, to the grace of God upon his life. And so that's what we have an opportunity to do. Every time you tell your story, every time you carry your mat, you then have an opportunity to dispense hope to somebody else, to dispense joy to somebody else, to dispense possibility, to have faith arise within that person. So carry your mat with pride. You have overcome that which would have consumed so many others. So that's my thoughts of the day. Do with it as you will. Blessings.